What is up, guys? Welcome to the Anime Bar, where we talk about the most recent and ongoing animes, or whatever anime I feel like talking about. Today we get into Vinland Saga. Let go. Woo! Oh man. You know we gotta open up a cold one. After my dog Thorfin throwing hands. Throwing hands, bro. Let me tell you something. Speed versus brute strength. If anybody had questions, you got answers. Y'all think Thorfin got moves like that? Nope, he still got a lot to learn. He's still a boy. He's still a boy. He's still a boy. So what was the moral of this episode? What do we get out of this episode? And that is war. In my opinion, Thorfin has not been introduced to total and complete war. He has raided some camps. He's done what Askeladd said has made him do in order for him to get his duels as a messenger, and he has gotten in some amazing fights. So he's done all that stuff, but he has not experienced total war. And at the end of the episode, we get Thorfin saying, why do these people, or what is so great about war? Why do they like to fight? And we get introduced to thorkell and you know how much he loves to fight. He'll do anything for the fight. Even Bjorn at one point said, I don't care what we do, I just like to kill people. At the end, while he fixes his arm and he's walking with the army, they say, I just can't wait to kill people. That's one motive. I can't wait to get rich. That's another motive. I'm pretty sure, you know, back in the day, rape, women, the plunders of war, all that stuff. That is why people go to war, and for power, okay? And some people just want to make a name for themselves. Look at Achilles, right? You know? So, you know, what happened this episode other than that? We get this amazing fight scene with Thorfin and thorkell. But what shines from that, other than the animation, the music, and the pacing of it, is, you know, how is Thorfin gonna come out of this alive? Is he not? Because he got his ass beat. And in the beginning, we think, you know, Thorfin got this. You know, he's faster. He sees the areas that he has to attack. All this good stuff. Man, thorkell don't care. Bam! He took it to the hand. Flopped them all around. Broke Thorfin's arm. Dislocated it. Broke some ribs. And just messed the kid up. You know what I mean? But in order to get to that point, in order for Thorfin to get to that fight, he was asked by Askeladd, hey, go bring me thorkell's head. And Thorfin made it very clear. He's like, hey, basically, I'll do whatever you say as long as you give me a duel. And I promise you that I'm going to rip your heart out and I'm going to offer it to the spirit of my father. So Thorfin, nice little bird right there, Thorfin will do whatever he has to do to get those duels. And he promises that the next one with Askeladd will be the last. That kind of tells me as a viewer that he's not going to get a third one. Something's probably going to happen to Askeladd, or God knows what, because usually when characters say it's going to be the last or this and that, and it's a serious topic and everything, it usually doesn't get to that point. But we get to see a lot of old characters. We get to see Floki, the traitor. But one thing I want to say about thorkell, if you guys remember back in episode 1, when we get introduced to Thors and he's jumping from boat to boat, I'm pretty sure thorkell is there. So when in the fight with thorkell and Thorfin, and he recognizes what a warrior Thorfin is, and he says, what's your name? And Thorfin goes, my name is Thorfin, I'm son of Thors. You can see his facial expression change, and hence why he let him go. I think there's a certain respect to the name of Thors, to who Thors is, to who he was, and how he acted. Regardless if you're a crazy brute, regardless if you just want to kill people, rape people, do whatever you want to do, you have to respect Thors. And I think he's earned that. I think we saw that in this episode. So what I'm pretty sure that how everything started. I might be wrong, and I might need you guys to correct me here. Was this is the raid that the king of the Vikings or whatever was talking about, right? 2 episodes ago, going to Wessex, right? If I'm wrong, and the reason why thorkell's there is because he was fighting the English or Franks, whoever the hell was in London, and he ended up winning. And he took that for himself. And when Floki comes and says, "Hey, let's team up," he's like, "No, I just want to shoot the fade with everybody." And so, am I right there? Is that what's happening? Because sometimes from episode to episode, I feel like there's chunks missing. Like, how did we get here again? Oh, okay, I need to put the pieces together. This is what happened last episode. Okay, got it. So correct me if I'm wrong there, guys. I might need your help. But other than that, nothing really happened. Nothing really crazy happened this episode. It was one of those standby episodes, except for the fight with Thorfin and thorkell, the introduction of thorkell, the meaning of thorkell, kind of knowing and hinting that he knows Thor's. What else did we get? The moral of war. What it means to everybody, what it means to Thorfinn, most importantly, and I'm pretty sure he'll learn so much more. He's gonna grow so much as a character, and that's what I love about this anime. As a seinen, it's doing amazing, giving the main character's story while beautifully explaining everybody else's story around them, and it all comes to one big mesh. And you can't argue that the fight scenes are freaking amazing. They're freaking gorgeous. Music, the opening of Vinland Saga is my favorite, point period and blank. So Vinland Saga has everything going for it. So I have it over Kimetsu no Yaiba. I've said that before. With the ongoing animes that I'm watching right now. So let me know if I missed anything. I'm definitely down to talk about it. Like and subscribe. You know we finished these. Oof, go watch my last review for Kimetsu no Yaiba. That one was so good, I had to crack open 2 of them. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin that. I had to. That's how good the last episode was. But, Vinland Saga, slow, not too much happening in this episode, but still, my number 1. Have a good one, guys, and enjoy.